3 years. 3 years of 60-hour weeks. Missed birthdays. Missed anniversaries. Missed the last 6 months of my father's life because we're so close to Series B. Marcus, just hold on. She held on. Elena held on. Right until the term sheet landed. 20 million. Sequoia. The validation we'd bled for. Then the locks changed. Literally. New keycards. New codes. My fingerprint still in the biometric system but flagged, access revoked, blinking red every time I pressed my thumb to the glass. David smiled through the conference room window. My David. My co-founder. My best man. The guy who held my hair back when I puked from stress the night before demo day. The godfather to our daughter. He waved. Smug. Victorious. Wearing the $6,000 suit I bought him for the IPO that never happened. Marcus, he said through the intercom. Let's not make a scene. You're better than this. Better than this. Better than this. I stood in the lobby of the company I coded in a garage, the company I built from 0 to 40 employees, the company whose name was tattooed on my left forearm, and security escorted me out like a fired intern. The press release hit TechCrunch 40 minutes later. Visionary leadership transition at Nexus Analytics. Transition. Transition, David's face. David's quote. David's bold new direction. Elena's quote was buried in paragraph 4. Marcus will always be family. Family. She said it with a straight face. The same face that looked me in the eye 6 weeks earlier and promised couples therapy. The same face that swore she wasn't happy but wasn't leaving. The same face that took our daughter to Disney World while I negotiated the term sheet alone in a conference room at 3 a.m. Disney World. David posted the photos. Hashtag family vacation, hashtag blessed, hashtag new beginnings, our daughter. My daughter. 7 years old. Wearing mouse ears. Holding David's hand. Elena's hand in David's other hand. Matching rings. They didn't wait. They never wait. The lawyer called me naive. His word. Not mine. Naive because I trusted a handshake. Because I trusted the operating agreement we signed on a napkin at 2 a.m. at that diner on 4th Street. Because I trusted the man who slept on my couch for 8 months when his wife kicked him out. His first wife. Karen. Remember Karen? She emailed me 3 days after the locks changed. Subject, he does this, no body. Just an attachment. Divorce decree. Restraining order. Police reports. David's pattern. Documented. Certified. Notarized. He charm bombs. He infiltrates. He extracts. He destroys. Karen lost her bakery. Her savings. Her dog. Her mind, for a while. She rebuilt. She sent me the files because she wanted me to know, this is who he is. This is what he does. You were never special. You were just next, I drank a bottle of scotch that night. The good stuff. The Macallan 25 David bought me for my 40th. To the next 40, brother, I vomited on the napkin agreement. Framed. On my wall. The glass shattered. 6 months. 6 months of litigation. Discovery. Depositions. The slow, excruciating striptease of every decision I'd ever made, every email I'd ever sent, every text message, every single one, weaponized against me. You're unstable, Marcus. Erratic. Vindictive. David's lawyers used my grief against me. My father's death. My drinking. The night I showed up at Elena's door drunk and screamed at the ring on her finger. They subpoenaed my therapy notes. My therapy notes, the judge allowed it. Relevance to parental fitness, she ruled. Parental fitness. I lost custody. Temporary. Pending evaluation. My daughter calls David Dad now. She told me over FaceTime. Casual. 7 years old and already learning how to survive. Daddy David reads me 3 stories. You only read one. She doesn't know. She can't know. The pivot came in a parking garage. Level 4. 2 a.m. rain hammering the concrete. Karen. She found me there. Sitting in my car. The same Honda Civic I drove when we started Nexus. The one David laughed about. Asterisk upgrade, brother. You've earned it, asterisk I never upgraded. Karen tapped on the window. She looked different. Harder. Sharper. Alive in a way I'd forgotten people could be. He took everything from me too, she said through the glass. But he missed one thing. I rolled down the window. What? The part he can't steal. She handed me a USB drive. His server backup. From the bakery. He used the same infrastructure for Nexus, same cloud architecture, same encryption lazy. I kept a copy. Insurance. She smiled. No warmth. Pure calculation. He thinks he's the smartest person in every room. That's the flaw. He needs to be. So he gets sloppy. Stops checking the exits. I stared at the drive. Why? Because he destroyed me. And you're the only other person who knows what that feels like. And because, she paused, wet hair plastered to her cheeks, because I want him to lose. More than I want anything. More than I wanted my bakery. More than I wanted my life back. Revenge? Justice? Same thing? Ask me in 10 years. She walked away. Didn't look back. The drive contained everything. Every email David deleted. Every side deal. Every offshore account. Every conversation with the Sequoia partners where he promised to handle the Marcus problem, their words, not mine. Handle the Marcus problem like I was a bug. A glitch. A variable to optimize out. He sold my shares to the board for pennies. Forged my signature. The notary was his cousin. The timestamp was 3 days before I was escorted out. Fraud. Securities violations. Wire fraud. RICO, if the feds felt spicy. But the real gem, was the audio. David and Elena. 2 weeks before the coup. Planning the announcement. The wedding. The narrative. Marcus is convenient, David said. The founder story sells. Tragic genius pushed out by pragmatic operators. The board eats it up. Press loves a fallen king. And the baby? Elena asked. Yours. Mine. Ours. Doesn't matter. The narrative is family. Unified vision. Second acts. America loves a redemption arc. Our baby, the baby she lost. The miscarriage I held her through. The grief that cracked us open. She sold it. She sold our dead baby for a press cycle. I didn't go to the police. I didn't go to the SEC. I went to the internet. 3 threads. 3 platforms. 3 hours. Thread 1, the forged documents. Side-by-side signatures. Metadata timestamps. The notary's expired license. The cousin connection. Receipts. All of them. Thread 2, the audio. Enhanced. Transcribed. Timestamped. Elena's voice. David's voice. The baby comment highlighted in red. Thread 3, Karen's files. The pattern. The other founders. The 3 other companies. The trail of lawsuits settled with NDAs. The women. God, the women, I posted at 6 a.m. Pacific. By 9 a.m., Nexus stock was halted. By noon, David's face was on CNBC. By 3 p.m., the FBI raided the office. By 6 p.m., Elena called me. Just once, Marcus, don't. Subscribe to Betrayal and Revenge for more unbelievable stories of betrayal and karma.